All right, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Quick video before we go into the weekend. We have a lot of things on deck next week that's going to potentially spook the markets. Next week we have three notable earnings: Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla. I believe Apple is Thursday, Tesla is Wednesday. Tuesday, Microsoft. I'll publish the earnings calendar a little bit later this afternoon as I get them from Benzinga. So those are going to be critical for the overall markets to see how they perform. Are we ready for a bounce? I think so. I want to be obviously objective and not like a super bear or anything like that. However, the momentum on the downside is just tremendous right now. I'm recording this video a few minutes before bell, and you can see this 5-minute candle on the Qs is reaching for a new low. And I believe NASDAQ is about to make a new low as well, and losing about 355 points on NASDAQ today. So obviously, again, we're in a very we're diving deeper into a correction territory. I certainly don't, for the sake of Americans, I don't want to say we're going into a recession. That's not good for anyone, obviously. But we're just playing the downside for now. If we look at QQQs, what am I looking at for next week? I mentioned there's a volume gap here. There's very little support. So therefore, when things dump, it dumps pretty darn hard. So the full retracement would be 349, and that'll take us back to October 4th lows of 2021. This area should hold next week or get tested. It's pretty obvious that will. But if that fails, then we are looking at possibly heading towards the 340 levels, and that will bring us back into last summer. So we will see where this goes. But again, Tesla, Microsoft, and Apple earnings, and also FOMC starts meeting. Two-day meeting starts on the 25th and 26th. So the markets will be watching to see what they say or what the meeting is, obviously. And what is the response by Jay Powell? Okay, is everybody dumping just so we can get Fed to not do any interest rate hikes, which would be disastrous for the dollar and for the inflation in our country? So here we go. QQQ making a new low on the day of 352.06. As I suspected. So this is getting pretty dramatic, pretty dire situation for the U.S. markets and the global and kind of the global economy as well. So with that being said, that's it going into next week. We're just gonna be very careful. Now, ideally, if there is any bullish catalyst, of course, we want to be on the right side and want to catch the dip and try to run things back up. But there's not, unless unless Microsoft, Tesla, Apple can make a crazy turnaround on their earnings, if they are upbeat in their guidance, if they beat both EPS, earnings per share, revenue, and improve guidance, which is doubtful because there's no chips. There's a chip shortage, right? So could Apple, say that, well, there's going to be a slowing global demand for their iPhones? Those are things definitely that the market will weigh in on next week. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our day trading list this week. Okay, so we started, let me scroll down here. We started 18, so we did about 27 trades, and we won about 21 of them, giving us 74% win ratio, 37.5 average return per trade. I think the big one, obviously the big winner, was the Netflix win, over 593% for me, or 614% for me, or roughly 600. Some of you got 3,000%, so congratulations there. I will publish the cheat sheets and some charts to take a look at in depth over the weekend. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great week.